Hello everyone, I'm NotAPossum. Welcome back to Open Roads. I do apologize about the bad audio in the last video due to me not knowing how to work OBS properly. But in this video, it should hopefully be fixed because I have learned from my mistakes, and the upload quality should be a bit better.
Is that dried blood? Ew, 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 ew. Why on earth did I just touch that?
Why did you touch that?
Yikes. Somebody has anger issues. Couldn't just set down the knife gently, could ya?
Pick up boot. Is there? Is there? No, there's not. Damn. To the houseboat.
How are we supposed to get on board?
You jump.
Maybe there's something around here we can use.
Use your legs and jump. We want to get across to the boat, but if we try to jump that gap, we'll break our shin bones. Maybe there's something around here that we can use to get across. The canoe.
This is so stupid. We're trespassing. We need to go back home.
But
What if you fall off and break your neck, Tess? Or who knows what's even in that boat? Or if the floorboards are all rotted,
calm your tits.
But we're already here. And the trailer home...
Mobile home.
The mobile home was fine. I just think... If we go back now, what's the point? Don't you want to know what happened to Grandma? To find Pierre?
Okay, fine. You stay here, and I'll see what I can find.
No, you can't go in without me.
Don't tell me what I can't do, Tess. No matter how grown up you think you might be, I'm still your mother.
You're right. I'm sorry. We've done all of this so far together. I just don't want to give that up.
All right. We'll do it together, but I should go first.
No, I should go.
No way! What if you fall off?
I could say the same to you. I should go first. I'm not gonna let my poor, aged mother walk across a rickety bridge before I'm sure it's safe.
Let's flip a coin. Call it heads or tails.
Tails. I lost?
In a manner of speaking.
After you.
All right. Here I go.
Careful.
Not very climactic.
Not quite as scary as I thought.
Yeah, this thing is pretty sturdy. Especially for just sitting out here for a few decades. Let's hope we can say the same for the rest of the boat.
It's locked. This must be where the money is.
I seriously doubt that, but regardless, we'll have to...
Can I just kick it in?
Yes.
I'd say you're free to try, but I don't want you hurting yourself.
How sturdy can it be? Ow. All right, pretty
So
sturdy.
they kicked this door, but not the other one. Pierre's office. Whatever's in there could blow the lid off this whole thing. Of course, it's locked, because nothing's ever easy. Received from Mr. Pierre Latry $3,000 in exchange for the houseboat, the Eidolon.
Cool. Nobody to spy on, though.
Ooh. I was surprised to receive another letter from you so soon. A houseboat? It's a romantic thought, living right on the water. But don't you suppose it might be a bit small for both of us and 2 children, including a teenager? Couldn't you have written to me before making this decision? You're still here, waiting for the heat to die down. While I'm excited to start a new life afresh, I've begun to rack up worries. How will the children react? With all they've already gone through, what do you suppose my parents will think? And just us disappearing? My poor mother. She's already lost a son-in-law. Won't people come looking for us? Are you sure there's no other way?
A letter from Grandma.
Can you imagine if my mother had actually moved us up here to stay?
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even exist.
Whoa. What?
Well, who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then. I certainly wouldn't have met your father.
Wow. So, this is like looking into an alternate reality. I'd like to live in another reality.
Like what?
One where we
Money.
were really rich, and you could fix up the Andromeda and make every play there amazing.
Tess.
And we could keep Grandma's house and make it all perfect, like better than it's ever been.
There's no way to that reality from here.
Alrighty then. Dead. It's locked.
Dodge this.
I can almost see right down the barrel.
You tell him, Grandma.
Yeah, not one to mince words.
All those years of writing advice columns paid off, I guess. Kinda nice that she was thinking about you guys, too. Not just uprooting your life, dumping you in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it would have been like to grow up here.
You'd have to learn French.
Sacre bleu.
Oh no, it's already happening.
Oh, baguette. Groceries, boat supplies, bedclothes, whiskey, vodka, poker, caviar, poker, craps. Money in here? Shake it. Robbers hit again in Portland. Local and state police are looking for a group of thieves who made off with an undisclosed amount of cash taken from Kleiman Clothers in a burglary Saturday night. According to state police, the men broke into the store around 1:20 a.m. They dismantled the store safe, taking the money bag before fleeing. There were no witnesses. We're encouraging local businesses to deposit all cash in their banks at the end of each business day, said Officer Randall Weston of the Portland Police. Until the burglars have been apprehended, it's too risky to leave any money in the store overnight. Michigan State Police will set up an anonymous tip line for information on the identities of the thieves.
The burglary ring! Mom, Grandma's boyfriend here was a bank robber. Why else would he have this?
Maybe my mother sent it to him.
For what?
To keep him abreast of current events?
Oh, come on, Mom. Grandma had a thing going with a bank robber. How cool is that?
Well, okay, they didn't rob any banks. It was the jewelry counters at department stores and things like that.
Department store robber doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
And it wasn't robbery, it was burglary.
What's the difference?
A robbery is when you take something from someone under duress. A burglary, you take it when they're unaware. I think.
Yeah, close
You
enough.
think?
Listen, it's been a while since I've brushed up on my criminology.
And why are they so sure it was men?
What?
It says the men broke into the store, but there were no witnesses. So how do they know it was men?
You're thinking lady robbers.
Like Catwoman.
I like it. Very cinematic.
Do you think Grandma could have helped?
Are you seriously asking if I think my mother was an accomplice in all this?
Yes.
Why not?
She had 2 kids at home, and I just don't see it.
Seems like there was a lot about Grandma you weren't seeing.
Excuse me?
Am I wrong?
Is she wrong?
Maybe not.
Bullhorn.
Attention, every... Oh, man, what? This doesn't work. Should have seen that coming.
You got, ooh, keys.
Aha!
Yeah, rusty. Backup box.
Boy, really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we? Did the boat ever even leave this dock?
No. Into the study. Ooh, blueprints. Mm-hmm. Alright, I don't understand what... Oh. Oh, it's a bar. Anything. Pencil. Letter. I've received your latest letter. This is my final response. You say you did all this for me, but you didn't. Everything you've done, you did for yourself. You were the one who was unsatisfied with our home, our income, and always wanted more. You were the one who made the decision to get more money through reckless, illegal means. You were the one who decided to run to Canada to save your own skin, without even telling me until it was too late to do anything. But follow along. I'm not following along anymore. You say these are your kids too. Of course they are. But they're my children as well. I'm here with them every day, comforting their grief, trying to console them over the loss of their father, trying my very hardest to keep up the ruse. But I'm getting used to it. Used to doing this on my own. Used to speaking for myself, to living this new life. I'm regaining my footing, and I'm starting to feel okay.
So I guess that's it. Grandma had enough time on her own. Without Grandpa, without Pierre. She realized she liked things better that way.
Can you blame her?
No, not at all. It was her chance to have her own independence. And who would want to give up their whole life, everything they know, just for some guy and some money?
People have done worse for less.
Yeah, but Grandma had a pretty good life, didn't she? Her advice column, her art, her kids, her house. Maybe she just needed a little time to herself to realize how good she had it.
No, I think that's it. That should be it for the stuff that's here. Pick up the mug. Drop the mug. Pick up the cigar. Smoke the cigar. This is down here. Travel expenses, tank of gas. And totally has $39,000 left.
Damn, 40 grand.
We've definitely
Well,
found
you
our
have to
man.
account for inflation.
This must have been from when he drove up here. Imagine spending $6 on a steak lunch.
Or $7 for a tank of gas.
Did people just drink more back then?
Yeah, I think so. But this is a lot, even for 1968.
Wow, $7 for a tank of gas. Sure would be fucking nice. I've got to be missing something. Is there a key? Oh, there's a key. I thought it was fucking
This
rust.
could come in handy.
Looks like a mailbox key.
Didn't we see some mailboxes up by the gate where we came in?
We did. Covered in a vine. Let's see. Go through. There we go.
Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I don't know, Tess.
Pretty sure the law frowns on breaking into people's houseboats, too. It's a little late to be getting squeamish now, don't you think?
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
To whom it may concern, I now confess my culpability for a spate of burglaries which resulted in the theft of almost $500,000. I had worked as a property inspector for Greene County for over 10 years. At a poker game in 1966, I was approached by a man interested in trading blueprints and my knowledge for cash. He and a few others targeted department stores and other businesses that carried large amounts of cash overnight. This relationship developed and I became more and more involved. I was given 10% of the proceeds from the robberies in exchange for information on how they could evade detection from the store's security. As time went on, the stores they chose to hit up became riskier and riskier. I had no way to back out of their arrangement as they had threatened not only my safety, but that of my family's as well. Seeing no other option, I falsified a death certificate with papers I lifted from the county office. I left my wife and daughters to cross the border under an assumed name, giving them instructions to follow me. They never did. And I regret having asked them to. What little of my stolen profits remain, I have destroyed. My wife, Helen, knew nothing of my crimes until it was too late. She only went along with the story of my death because she had no other choice. She is innocent. My decision to involve myself in this series of crimes was mine alone. I ask only that you leave my wife and daughters alone. This is my confession. Leonard Lambos.
So Pierre was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
I'm... So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died. When we thought he'd had a heart attack. He was just... here. On this dock. We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, Mom. For your whole life, you'd thought your dad had just died, and you had to live with that. That really sucks.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time, he was here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive,
Wish you could have been there for her?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us, her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Honestly, I honestly don't care.
We have a
It
dog.
doesn't really matter.
Very large
does
one.
it? Either way,
This is Bella.
he's gone.
She's a black
You
lab.
don't want to keep going?
She chills out.
Maybe we could find...
She's
No.
always here.
I think we found enough.
Usually that side of
Yeah.
the camera. That's why I'm always looking
I'm
over
sorry,
there.
Mom.
Looking at the puppy.
He pretended to die. But he really just
Good
left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad.
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean... Well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess... Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car. I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, me too.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me
Sure.
to find out what happened.
Watch out.
Just doing my job.
Don't
I
hit the
know I
cord.
haven't been the best mom lately. But
Right down. Get it.
But I am so lucky to have such an incredible, kind,
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hardworking...
Stop. You'll make me cry.
just such an amazing daughter.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey.
Poke the air freshener. Is there anything else I can fuck with? Receipt, card, registration. Oh, we got here. Oh, shit. What do we got? Trimint gum, single bag. Judy's chips. Cherry fizz, and Chachisa.
Hey, Mom. I was thinking about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Good question. What do you think?
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people wouldn't find them. I don't know why you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, maybe you should have gotten rid of it. Well, okay. Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
So you asked about what happened with me and Dad.
Uh-huh.
Well, your dad, you know, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was gonna fix all his problems, our problems. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing, and then he decided that he was gonna be a professional poker player.
Is that what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
That's kind of cool.
It's certainly, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's following his dreams. He might not make it, but he is going for it.
Yeah? I mean, I guess I never really thought about it in that kind of light.
I mean, I wish he could have been here, but he had a dream, and he had to follow it. I get it.
Right, my little web entrepreneur.
It's like Matt Damon in Rounders.
It's not really like Rounders. I mean, he wins a lot in Rounders, and he's a lot more handsome.
He must really like poker.
He likes it. But I wouldn't say that's the real reason he left. The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help. I think when I decided we needed to move in with her to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for. So he left for Nevada. He wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work. But by that time...
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that this was a pattern that would never really end. Do you blame me for ending it?
No, I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away. Kind of forced your hand.
Yeah, kind of.
That sucks, Mom. But I do miss him. I'm sorry for buying the tickets.
Oh.
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, explain everything to me in a way that made sense, and that he was living some great life out there.
No, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed. That I would have married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler. I didn't want to have to say it out loud. But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets and I don't know what to do.
I think you should go.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story. We may not always get along, but he's not a bad guy. And you guys have a good relationship. You should spend some time with him. I think it'd be
Can't
good.
say the same
for
about my
both of
dad.
you.
I don't even know him. I
Are
fucker
you
left.
sure,
He
Mom?
ran.
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance. I'm proud of you, Mom.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family secret? Or run their own business, run a community theater? That's pretty cool.
All right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective, but it is pretty cool. Thanks, honey. That means a lot. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what I'm looking at, but I know it looks good.
Thanks.
An artist's eye, just like your grandma.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on, her painting wasn't that bad. Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford like Grandma and me. It's silly, but it's not fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do.
Like doing Kurt?
I'm gonna let that double entendre pass right by me. But yeah, it's hard to let go, to see you as an adult, and not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then, even cuter than now.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone said, that's the baby with the biggest head.
Bowling ball head, the bowling ball baby.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side, we all have perfect, tiny little heads. Like golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the whole August thing?
Moving in with her?
Yeah. I guess it's a big decision, moving to Chicago.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
It seems like a good choice. Even if it's just for a while, at least we'd have a place to stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Are you worried about the theater? Or my school?
These days I'm worried about everything, but I'm confident too. Confident we can figure it out.
Yeah.
We've been through so much this last year. You've been through so much. I have to have faith that we'll continue to make things work.
Yeah. Me too.
I will say, August's house is pretty nice.
Her bathtub is the size of my bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be worth it for the bathtub alone. We should call August and tell her about all this.
Oh, hey August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
You can sleep easy. We're not French-Canadian after all.
Whatever we end up doing, I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah. Me too.
Well, everyone, that has been Open Roads. A nice little wholesome game. I enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because I post new videos almost every single day.